Hi, and welcome to what I hope has been a happy Friday for you all. It's hard to be happy in the heat. Another day in the 90s. No surprise there. No big surprise. Not that we're going to like it. We'll be into the mid 90s throughout your 7 day. But there is a point where we're going to take 10 off the top and stay in the low and mid 80s for a while. And we'll see where it goes from there. So shower and storm chances are still on the light side of things. We're going to crank up the heat a notch or two. Then we're going to finally, towards the end of your outlook, that is, get a little bit of a break. Indictments from the Johnson County Grand Jury, several reporting tonight, including the wife of a man who is still jailed on hundreds and hundreds, over 1,000 charges related to rape and sexual abuse and incest. We'll get to those in a few seconds, and another courthouse note out of Montgomery County. A couple of announcements before I get into the show any further. My apologies. The Mountain Horse Celebration Horse Show, sponsored by the West Liberty Kiwanis Club, coming up Saturday, August the 9th, 4 o'clock at a new location, the Morgan County Equestrian Park on Liberty Road in West Liberty. The show is a Class B Rocky Mountain show and also has numerous other mountain horse classes, including Kentucky Mountain Saddle Horse and Mountain Pleasure. If you have any questions, call the show's manager, who is Langley Franklin, at 794-0530. The show bill also appears on the Rocky Mountain website. I'll forward that over to the calendar and remind you, but that's August the 9th. And another reminder, the Montgomery County Transfer Station, Rumpke's Transfer Station, will be closed again on Monday. They will be collecting garbage on a regular schedule, but they will not be taking payments, and the transfer station will be closed on Monday. They are planning on being back open under a regular schedule Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to take a quick break from there. We'll talk about a lot of other things, actually, when I get back. Stay tuned. One name, one call, one ultimate solution to your heating and cooling, sales, 24-hour service, and installation for home, commercial, boilers, chillers, and VRF systems. With over 15 years of experience and now based right here in the viewing area, Ultimate Air, 496-6651.
There are several risk factors that may put a patient at risk for heart disease.
Especially people who have diabetes or hypertension or high cholesterol and have a family history of heart disease.
Neglecting to see a cardiologist can put you in trouble. You may develop problems that may not be reversible.
We see many people who do not have an actual diagnosis of a heart problem, but may be at risk of heart disease, and we do whatever we can to help mitigate that risk to help prevent disease in the future. ARH, more for Appalachia.
While often helpful, did you know that popular non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen and naproxen and others increase your risk of having a heart attack or stroke, as well as other internal issues? And those risks are significantly higher with prolonged use and higher dosages. Find out all you need to know about common concerns and cautions and options when you stop by and talk to a Parkway Pharmacy pharmacist in Salyersville.
Hi, I'm Patty Maynard, your local health insurance agent here in Montgomery County. I've been serving our people for over 25 years. I would love to discuss Medicare products with you. I represent Humana Insurance Company as well as others. My office is here in Salyersville on Route 7 on Superior Hill, beside the entrance to Bluegrass Cemetery, in the same building as Patty's Tax Service. My office is open 10 to 5 Monday through Friday. I would love to see you, or you can just call us at 606-349-1993.
It's your go-to place for unique gifts, hard to find, or special gifts for anyone, including yourself. A new selection of inspirational gifts, personalized and other new jewelry arrivals, a fresh new restock of Diva and the other Tyler Candle Company scents that will not stay on the shelves, plus new colors and styles of the ever-popular Brewmate. And decorate for the season and for the 4th with a little hometown local feel at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Salyersville.
I wonder, could this be our last trip together? What if I upset him? He might never call again. But what if I don't say anything?
Hey, Dad. Is something wrong?
Actually, are you okay?
If someone you know or love is struggling, contact Big Sandy Healthcare today.
A McGoffin County man remains jailed tonight on serious charges of strangulation in the first degree and assault related to an arrest that took place last night by the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department. They arrested this man on Short Street on a complaint warrant that was actually obtained by Sagersville Police of Chief Carl Neal Adams, who says he was contacted by a victim on the 17th day of July who said that she had been strangled and assaulted by John Holbrook, seen here, after a disagreement over a doctor's appointment. And it was after that she claimed that he started throwing and breaking dishes, furniture, household items throughout the residence, and then started punching her in the face, then grabbed her by the throat and strangled her literally till she passed out. The victim told Adams that when she woke up, she was still lying in the floor and Holbrook was gone, and she was able to make it to the neighbor's house and call 911. She also told authorities that this was not the first incident of this nature and that he had reportedly strangled or assaulted her on at least another prior occasion. He was charged with strangulation in the first degree, domestic violence related, and assault in the fourth degree, and is still in the Big Sandy. From there, we'll go into Johnson County indictments, a number of which we'll begin with one for assault in the first and assault in the second degree of a Brian Chase Cantrell, who was named in two separate indictments. Cantrell indicted for the assault charges related to an incident that took place on around April the 24th of this year, when he was said to have assaulted with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument two individuals on that date. He was as well named in an indictment returned for count of receiving stolen property. This related to October the 5th of last year, when he allegedly committed the offense of receiving stolen property, an automobile worth over $10,000, after being in possession of a 2013 Toyota Tacoma automobile that had been stolen from Crace's Wrecker Service, the value of about $16,000. Michael Markham was indicted for failure to comply with the sex offender registration, second offense, and being a persistent felony offender in the first degree, meaning he has at least two prior felonies on his record. Carly Ashley of Van Leer was indicted on two counts of tampering with physical evidence. One count relates to tampering or deleting or altering a cell phone, which she believed was about to be used in official proceeding related to a case involving her husband. The other for altering or removing or changing to some degree emergency contraceptive pills that she believed were about to be used in an official proceeding. This is related to the case of her husband, John Ashley, who was actually indicted by a Johnson County grand jury last November on literally hundreds, over 1,000 total charges, 571 counts of incest with a victim under the age of 18, as well as 101 counts of first-degree rape. The list goes on: illegal sex acts with victims under the age of 16, 400 counts of second-degree rape and third-degree sodomy, 70 counts of third-degree rape and tampering with physical evidence. His indictment said that the incest was committed against three minor relatives on 571 separate occasions, with the 101 first-degree rape charges perpetrated against two of the kids who were less than 12 years of age on separate occasions, this taking place between March of 2020 and September of 2024. In just the last few days, his wife being indicted again, allegedly for tampering with a cell phone that was destroyed or altered, and as well as the emergency contraceptive pills. Initially, she advised authorities that she had no knowledge of the abuse, but apparently authorities have found evidence otherwise, saying that she tried to intervene or alter evidence in his case. Also named in indictments by the grand jury, Hunter Scott for burglary in the second degree and being a persistent felony offender in the second degree. The burglary charge related to entering or a dwelling owned by another individual on Short Street in Paintsville on May the 2nd of this year. Also indicted out of Johnson County, Ricky Jared Hale of Little Mud Lick Road for possession of a controlled substance, first degree meth, operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs, first offense. Justin Crum for promoting contraband in the first degree and being a persistent felony offender in the second degree. And Alicia Gamble of Paintsville was indicted for possession of a controlled substance in the first degree, methamphetamine, and public intoxication excluding alcohol. And lastly, Cameron Mollett for bail jumping in the first degree and being a persistent felony offender in the first degree, which means there were 2 prior felonies on his record. I'll be right back.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County School.
Welcome to the best sales, the best service, and the best selection in the viewing area and Eastern Kentucky. It's Conley Tire in Staffordsville, where they have big specials on big name brands every month. And as always, brake jobs, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and 6 months no interest. Conley Tire in Staffordsville and conleytire.net. SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas Club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being, today, tomorrow, and forever. Salyersville National. It's just the perfect spot to grab lunch, a snack, something sweet, pick up your meds, or have them brought to you curbside. It's your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy that's been proud to serve you and your families for over 100 years. And now on their already incredible menu, fresh baked goods from the Daily Bread. Frazier's Prater Drugstore, 349-3135. Jumpstart the career you've always wanted today with one call. One call to Tech Center, Kentucky's newest and most innovative trade college, offering national certification. Graduate in less than a year. Limited scholarships are available now, and this enrollment is open until August the 2nd. In carpentry, electrical, heavy equipment operation, masonry, plumbing, and welding. Tech Center is located in Salyersville in the back of the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center. You can call them at 349-7115 or find out everything at techcenterky.org. Welcome back. Now let's go on over to the community calendar. Still a pretty brief one tonight, but a very important one. Our friends at the DAV Chapter 15 here in Salyersville, because of the weather, which has been anything but favorable in just about any way or manner lately, they had to reschedule their golf scramble. So it's coming up September the 5th. They'll register at 8 o'clock that morning at Painesville Country Club. They'll tee off at 9, 4-person teams, $250, cash prizes for first and second. Contact Commander Lloyd at 239-246-3497. Just a great bunch of folks to spend a nice day of golf with and support, and grab yourself a team, get them together, and have a good time in doing so. And whenever you have a calendar announcement like this or anything else, or birthdays or anniversaries, you know how it works. You just tell me, and I tell everyone else. We love to print those special things in the paper, too. Awesome permanent keepsakes, but send those to Heather at SalyersvilleIndependent.com. Turning to obituaries for this Friday, services have been set for this Sunday at 1 for Tater Bain, Anthony Allen Tater Bain, 51 of Salyersville. He passed away on Wednesday, the son of the late Franklin Bain and Joyce Collett Prater, who survives. He's as well survived by his son Connor Bain, daughters Carrington Jarvis and Kiera Nashay Barber, his brothers Randall and Franklin Bain, sisters Stephanie Bain Blanton and Connie Bain, and 3 grandkids. Services again start Sunday at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation will be Friday evening starting at 5. James Michael Lewis, 53 of West Liberty, passed away on Wednesday, son of Jimmy Dale and Shirley Faye Collins Lewis. He's survived by his wife, Alicia Lynn Reed Lewis, his daughters Haley Brooke Lewis and Lindsay Brianne Hensley, a sister Cheryl Lynn Phillips, as well as a granddaughter, Harper Blair Lewis. Services for James Michael Lewis start Monday at 1 o'clock from the White Oak Church of God. Friends can can visit the church Saturday after 2 and all day Sunday for visitation. And 63-year-old Darrell Howard of Salyersville passed away yesterday at the Greg and Noreen Wells Hospice Center. Son of Paul Howard and the late Swanee Howard, he survived by his dad and his 2 sons, Scotty and Bentley Paul Howard, his brothers Francis and Carter Howard, and 2 grandkids. He's preceded in death by his wife, Janice Ann Salyer Howard, and services for Darrell Howard start Monday at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation starts Sunday at 6. 49-year-old Jesse Paul Downs of Berea, formerly of Sagersville, passed away on Thursday at St. Joe in Lexington. He's preceded in death by his parents, Jesse Lee and Linda Collinsworth Downs. He's survived by his sister, Jessica Downs Jones, and a host of family and friends. Services for Jesse Paul Downs will be held Monday at 1 o'clock from the Sagersville Funeral Home. Visitation will be earlier, starting at 10 that morning, again at the Sagersville Funeral Home. And arrangements incomplete at this hour, but to be announced by the McGoffin County Funeral Home for 73-year-old Hulda Borders of Sagersville, who passed away yesterday at Pikeville Medical Center.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
For whatever reason, if your working days are over, don't do anything before you meet Grover. Social Security, disability, SSI, work injuries, wear and tear, and hearing loss. 888-9-GROVER.
I'm John Montgomery, auctioneer with High Point Realty and Auction. If you're looking for a nice starter home with every convenience that country life in Eastern Kentucky has to offer at an affordable price, we have an opportunity for you. We're offering a property located at 145 Tommy Dyer Street in Sayersville, Kentucky, to be auctioned on July the 26th at 10 a.m. This property includes a very well-maintained 16 by 80 mobile home, a 26 by 28 metal garage with concrete floor, a 36 by 43 stall barn with an additional house seat including electric, water, and sewage. Whether you're looking for your own home or a great rental property, be sure to check this one out. It's located only minutes from the Sayersville city limits. Located at 145 Tommy Dyer Street, Sayersville, Kentucky. The auction will be held July the 26th at 10 a.m. We can't wait to see you there.
Out and about tomorrow and want to try something new, or any day of the week, check out the new chicken filet sandwich at your Sayersville Lee's with chipotle ranch and pickles on a brioche bun. And don't forget, Sunday's special is a shrimp dinner or a fish dinner or a fish and shrimp dinner for just $6.99 plus tax at your Sayersville Lee's famous recipe.
My name is Don McFarland, and I have been an attorney in Eastern Kentucky for over 30 years. This is my son, Max McFarland. I'm very proud of Max. He is incredibly intelligent, a hard worker, and is graduating from law school this spring. Max will take the bar exam this summer.
We are a family and we treat our clients like family. Bigger law firms are not always better law firms. There is no substitute for experience, personal attention, wisdom, and knowing who your attorney is.
When you have any legal needs, come see us and we will personally represent you, and we will put our experience and energy to get the results you need.
If you have been in a car wreck, injured on the job, in need of Social Security disability benefits, or have any legal needs, come see us and let us take care of you. Call us at 349-9000.
Before we take a look at your weather forecast, something out of South Carolina that hasn't happened in a number of years, but it goes along with, to some degree, another couple of cases out of Florida. A pediatric death. A child has died from the brain-eating amoeba that has been confirmed to have been found in South Carolina. Prisma Health Richland Hospital in Columbia publicly confirmed this death just a few days ago. The child died after exposure to this rare amoeba that causes a life-threatening brain infection. Exposure likely taking place or happening in waters there with water activities like swimming or diving in warm freshwater areas, lakes and rivers primarily, the biggest cause of concern for infection and potential exposure to amoebas like this. The amoeba is the most active in the months where the water temperature stays above 77 degrees, and that's, of course, the summer months of July through September or around about. It's very rare, and this is the first case in South Carolina in nearly 10 years. The death rate for this particular amoeba is at 97%. And speaking of Vibrio vulnificus, the flesh-eating bacteria, 4 people have died in Florida this year. We've now learned from the so-called flesh-eating bacteria. The Florida Department of Health says that cases rose statewide to 13 as of just this week in Broward, Hillsborough, and St. John's, as well as 2 new cases in Bay and Okaloosa counties. Vibrio vulnificosa, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is naturally occurring. It's a bacterial infection found in warm and brackish seawater. You can also contract it from eating raw or undercooked seafood, particularly raw oysters, the most common, and or by having the exposure to an open cut or wound while in the water. If the bacteria does infect the person, it can cause the skin and soft tissue around the wound to break down very quickly. Last year there were 82 cases and 19 deaths in Florida, most of them after October, when there were large areas of the state that were flooded by hurricanes, specifically Helene and Milton, and nationwide. Vibriosis from Vibrio vulnificus and other Vibrio bacteria causes about 80,000 illnesses every year and about 100 deaths. Well, I guess we'll go on to your weather forecast, where it is heating up, and indeed it's heating up. You thought it was hot now, it's going to get hotter, but there is some relief around the corner. I always want to stress, and I'm getting ready to have some more data sources available here very soon, but my temperatures in downtown Sagersville are on the streets of Sagersville, down in the blacktop jungle, so to speak. You know, buildings radiate heat, so does the streets, and I hit 96 again earlier today. So we now got some access to some other points of measurement over the county, and still in the 90s. I think 92 for a couple of residences, and mine's not in the shade; it's in the full-blown sun, but nevertheless, it is still 92 after hitting 96 at the office. Feels like 104. And if you're catching the end of the 6 o'clock show, dew point of 77 and humidity at 55%, we'll explain it. No wind right now. I had a 2 mile per hour move a minute ago, but right now it's sitting on a 0. And the biggest gust today was 10 miles per hour. Man, if you got a little breeze at any time, it really helps. But there's just not much of it out there. Not much of anything happening but the heat. The humidity, again, 53%. No rain to speak of. We're fine on that point. Some yards finally getting mowed, but man, they're growing. It's just like an every other day thing. Sunrise 6:32, sunset at 8:48. In case you're wondering, and in case you're wondering, the heat's still holding on tough. Partly cloudy skies tonight, calm winds as I discussed, and right around 70 degrees will sum up the rest of your Friday. For your Saturday, partly sunny. I'm going to say 90 degrees again. We will have a heat index probably in the upper 90s, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 o'clock or so. This is nothing that we have not become accustomed to. Shower and storm chances are coming back to the picture after an absence of about 3 days. And who would have thought you would have missed them? But it's nice to take the edge off the temperatures just a little bit and dodge a shower or two. No severe weather expected at this time. Sunday, we back off a bit, likely. Some of us are still going to see 90 degrees or so, but Jackson and the National Weather Service calling for 88 and mostly sunny on your Sunday, and an increased chance of showers and thunderstorms, that being one of the reasons that we'll likely see a dip in some temps. By Monday, we're still hovering in the upper 80s, close to 90, mostly sunny, and a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. And this forecast has not wavered much all week long. It has been very consistent and only been adjusted literally to a degree or two at the most at any time. So this is looking pretty solid right now. Now, taking us into your Tuesday, again, we're going to dial it up a notch or two. Real temperatures of 93, 92. We're already beating that here in downtown Sagersville. So what's that mean? It means it could be dangerously hot, and the mid-90s are likely for a lot of folks again. 93, 72 Tuesday, sunny, a 20% chance of showers and storms. Wednesday, 92, 70. Only a 20% chance of showers or storms, but look at that. We finally flipped the script. We get a different weather pattern in here, and we go to the mid and low 80s for at least a few days. And we're seeing that transition hopefully without any real turbulent weather, just mostly sunny skies and a moderate chance of some showers and storms. That's it. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay cool if you can, and I'll see you.